Croeso Sianel Blaid Llwyd. We're back in the north with Dawn Chorus again. It's been a while since we did it last, but that's just how it goes when you're doing one route out of many. It takes a while for the updates to cycle through again. It's well worth waiting for, and I do recommend this one. Just download it yourselves, have a playthrough when you have some time. It's well worth it. Anyway, let's just do a quick recap of where we left things last time. I really feel like taking a picture of the forest in front of us now. This time I decided to go along with Bjorn's way of doing stuff. Focus on how being here feels, how it is to be here together, and everything we talked about. This forest ahead, the stars above us, the whispering wind, Bjorn's warmth as he leans on me. Because someday it might be among my most cherished memories. Next to me, Bjorn exhales loudly, slumping further into himself. Oh, I think we should go back in. There's no hurry if you need more time. Bjorn stands up from the bench and straightens up his trousers, wrinkled on thighs from his paws clutching them. Oh, I know you're cold already. I wouldn't want you to catch anything. Are you feeling a bit better at least? Oh, I do. Oh, let's come back. I nod and get up from the bench too. So, what now? The words leave my throat sounding stiff and wrong. It is I haven't talked at all for a few days and forgot how it works. I want to do something, anything to cheer Bjorn up, but I don't know what. I hate this helplessness. Oh, I think I'll go to my room and stay there for a while. I can keep you company if you want, though I'd first go drop my camera off at my room if you don't mind. No, that's fine, I don't mind. I nod and turn into the corridor, Bjorn following me. I open the door and let Bjorn in first. He walks in and stands in the middle of the room, pours stuff inside his pockets, looking sideways. The difference between the cheerful him and the version I see right now is really stark. And it hurts me to see him hurt. Sorry I asked about that. I had no idea it'd bring you down so hard. No, it's not your fault. It's just me and my problems. I think it would be better if I went back to my room and not burden you with them. Nonsense, you're not doing that. And everything is fine. Nothing wrong has happened. I really didn't want you to see me like that, Arvo. I'm sorry. It's fine, really. Come on, sit down and take a deep breath. I should change the topic and distract him before he gets another panic attack. I have some chocolate here. Do you want some? Oh, that would be nice, thanks. I take the chocolate bar from my backpack and pass it to him. He unwraps it and munches on a few pieces. You really don't want to take another instant photo out there? Oh, I kind of wish I had, but the point still stands. I already have one, and I doubt I could take a good one like you do anyway. That photo is better left in your paws. What? It's good to see you smile. Oh. Well, thanks. And I'm not that good with photos. Actually, have you ever seen any of mine? Oh no, but I know you're good. Just a gut feeling. Do you have any you could show me? I should have some on my phone. Mostly stuff I took with my digital camera, though. I take out my phone and lock it to open the gallery. I noticed a small envelope icon in the corner. The message I got from Lake while we were out. Hey, we're in common room. Come join us. Oh. Lake's with someone in the common room. He asked if he wanted to join them. See if they want to organise a small party or something. Oh, I don't think I'm ready for a party. Not a fan in general. He finished half of the chocolate bar already. No pressure, but if you're feeling up to it, maybe some fun would cheer you up. Maybe, but I'm not sure if our definitions of fun are the same. Let's see if we can talk him into coming down. Might be okay. We can always go back if you don't enjoy it. I'm not sure what Lake has planned, and I'm not sure if I'll enjoy it either, but we can at least go and check it out. But only if you're comfortable with it. I don't want to force you to do anything against your judgment. Oh, I'm feeling a bit better. Or maybe indeed that could help me. I'm not too keen on partying myself, but I'm curious to see what's Lake's definition of a party. Unless that's just him and Jürgen down there chilling, but somehow I doubt that. Do you want to go to your room first? Oh no, I'm all good. We can go. If you don't feel comfortable there, just tell me, we'll go somewhere else. Having brought Bjorn's mood down before, I feel in a way obligated to keep him in a good one now. Oh, I'll be fine, Arvo. If I don't like it, I'll just walk away. Don't worry about me. I can do just fine on my own. You're here, great. Hi, Lake, what's happening here? Oh, I thought it'd be nice if we all met here. There's nothing planned for this evening anyway. Hey there. Hey, Miko, Jürgen, hello. Hey there. I brought Bjorn with me. We were by chance together when I got the message. Oh, that's great. The more of us, the better. Doro should be here soon too. I told him we have alcohol. Do we? Well, not much, but I'm pretty sure he'll bring something as well. Anyone else coming? Jürgen mentioned Travis. I think that's it. Just enough people to have a good time. So, what are we going to do? No clue. Oh, as I said, I brought beer with me. I'm sure Torolf will have something stronger too. I'm not sure if drinking is my idea of a nice evening. Oh, we could always watch something. I have a few films with me on my laptop. I think a laptop screen will be enough for us. Some board games would be nice, but I don't think they have any here. I didn't bring anything either. I'm sure there'd be some here, but instead they have vinyl records. Well, for now, I want a beer. Anyone else want one? No? Too bad we don't have fridges in our rooms. Yeah, what a shame. How else could we cool down our beverages in the far north in winter? Oh. The five of us sit down around the table. Bjorn and I take the couch and the rest each take a chair. I lean into the bear who's looking somewhere in the distance with absent eyes. How are you doing? Everything's fine. I can stay. The people here seem chill. I'm glad to hear. You seemed a bit uncomfortable. I thought I'd better ask. It'll take me a moment more to adjust the situation. Oh, don't mind me. I'm having fun. It's a snooker table here. We can always play that. We have to switch. That's not optimal. Besides, anyone here even know how to play snooker? Oh, I do. You don't want to play it, believe me. How about some party games? They're always fun. You know, what kind of games? You know, beer pong, guess who, stuff like that. We could try something. But what? You know what this reminds me of? The parties had in early high school with smuggled beer and awful films, after which we stayed up long into the night playing Spin the Bottle. Spin the Bottle! That's it! Thank you, Jürgen. I haven't played that in ages. I forgot it even existed. Oh, that's going to bring back memories for sure. Wow, I haven't played that in ages either. It's not really a childish game, but it's also not something adults do. Maybe they should. It sure brings people closer together. Spin the bottle. Hello. Miko smiles at Torolf. It's a smile I know too well. Can easily tell he's uncomfortable seeing the tiger. Maybe he's still remembering their conversation from last evening. Torolf, good to see you here. I was afraid you wouldn't come. I had nothing else to do. I thought I'd come and see you. So, what do you think? Want to play Spin the Bottle? Yeah, sounds good. It provides some opportunities. Oh, I don't know. Sure, it's always fun. How else be to make the game even more fun? Yeah, sure thing, thanks. Oh, and I brought something stronger for later. What kind of beer do you have there over there, Lake? Some random pills that I had in the store. It's alright. A bottle for a good start could be nice. I remember Miko's strong disdain for alcohol. Wonder if he started drinking since then. Oh, might as well. Anyone else? Oh, I'm fine. You know I don't drink. I brought some lemonade with me. Oh, you don't drink at all? No, I don't. Huh. But he tell me why, but he doesn't really owe me an explanation. How about you, Arvo? Yeah, why not? A bottle would be nice, thank you. A little alcohol would help me open up a bit. With a game like this, it might be needed. What beer is coming right up? Hey, did I miss anything? You almost missed a warm beer. You want a bottle? Yeah, sure thing. What are you doing? Anything or just sitting around? We're just getting ready to play a game of Spin the Bottle. Oh, cool. No, wait. Did you say Spin the Bottle? Why do you want to play that? Because it's a lot of fun. And gets people closer to each other. Well, you could say that. Travis slowly looks around the room, clearly puzzled. Yeah, I don't think I'm up for it, sorry. Huh? Why? I mean, do you really want to play a kissing game? Huh? What do you mean? Isn't Spin the Bottle the game where you kiss the person the bottle points at? What? No! You're supposed to ask a question and give a dare to the person the bottle points at. Oh, so it's just truth or dare. Wow, I was really confused here for a moment. That's fine then, should be fun. So, for a start, we need a bottle. Anyone finished their beer yet? Leg looks around the room, but no one replies. Okay, I can fix that. He raises the bottle to his snout and downs the remaining half of his beer in a few big gulps. Wow. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. Brought a bag of salmiakki. Anyone want some? Oh, what's that? A Finnish sweet. It's quite peculiar if you never tried. Well, I like sweets. I want to try. Egg opens a packet and passes it around. Everyone apart from Jürgen takes one and pops it into their maw. The salty, fiery taste takes me straight back to my childhood. We used to buy these after school with our pocket money, especially during the winter. Ah, this is nice. What is this? Like, what the hell is this? What did you give me? Travis, you okay? No, I am not okay. Travis runs to the nearest bin and spits out the salmiak, then looks at us with pure horror and disgust on his face. You guys enjoy this? Well, not me. I feel like my tongue is on fire. God, I need a beer. Where's my beer? Lake passes Travis a bottle of beer in the opener. Travis pops the cap off and takes a few big gulps. Crisis averted. Can we come back to the table now? Yes, we can. Thank you. Okay, everyone ready? About the rules. No taking back and altering the questions or dares after they're asked, and anything goes. Sounds fine? Well, fine. How are we going to decide who goes first? We'd use an app or roll a die. Does anyone here have a die? Can I go first? That would solve the problem. Oh, sure, go ahead. Travis makes some space in the middle of the table and takes the bottle from Lake. He spins it enthusiastically, so that it almost falls off the table. Oh, Miko, looks like you're first. Truth or dare? Let's go with truth. What's on your favourite mug? A dolphin. I bought it for myself when I started studying marine biology. To remember why I started. And why did you start? Oh, dolphins fascinate me. I'm sure meaningful two-way communication with them is possible. That's what I'd like to work on. With all the material we have to learn, it's easy to forget why I'm here. Ah, I see. You can spin the bottle now, Miko. Miko spins the bottle, which stops squarely on Lake. Truth or dare? Oh, hit me with your question. What's the stupidest thing you've ever bought? Oh, not an easy one. I'd say the fancy coffee machine I got when I moved to the dorm. Oh, right, so this always puzzles me. Lake has a shiny espresso machine with a grinder in his room at the dorm, but I've never seen him use it. Got a nice quality coffee to help me with studying. That was just a rationalisation. I just always wanted to have one because they look so cool. I don't like espressos and it requires a lot of maintenance, so I just have instant coffee and brewed in oat milk with sugar. I find it hard to believe that anyone can enjoy black coffee, other than extreme masochists. This time the line spins a bottle and it stops at Torolf. Oh, Torolf. Truth or dare? Let's start with the truth. What was the time you spent the most money on one meal? I actually remember that well. It was in Thailand, a hotel restaurant specialising in seafood. I generally don't eat fish, but I heard raving reviews about the place and had to visit. The hotel was in a skyscraper and the restaurant itself was on the second highest floor, so the views were stunning. Thailand is ridiculously cheap. I was there with two friends and paid for everything, and we didn't hold back ordering. Oh, that must have been nice. Just visiting Thailand sounds cool enough, but this sounds so good. Okay, my turn now. The bottle spins and stops on... Well, let's go with the question. Say, how many partners have you had? Oh, the game is getting spicy fast. Well... none. Oh. Torolf looks properly puzzled. Frankly, that's not an answer I expected either. Now Bjorn grabs the bottle and spins it on the table and it points to... Jürgen. Truth or dare? Truth, please. I've been wondering about this since I first saw you. Why are you wearing a poncho? It's appropriate for the climate, but that's not the biggest reason. It's loose enough that I have ample space for folded wings. Regular hoodies, even oversized, don't fit well over my arms. Oh, makes sense. Did you ever try using them to glide? That's already a second question. No, it's against the rules. All right. It's time for Jürgen to spin the bottle, which stops on... Oh, Lake. Truth or dare? Give me a dare. What to ask you? Oh, I know. Show us the last picture in your gallery. Jürgen. Can I show it only to you? No, that won't do. I already said show us. I can't take it back. Oh my, Jürgen is ruthless. I better not get on his bad side, ever. Lake thinks for a moment before pulling out his phone and unlocking it. With a wide smile, he points the camera at us and takes a photo, then turns the phone towards us. Here, the last picture in my gallery. Oh, a lake. Hey, isn't that cheating? Shouldn't you show us the picture as the last one you were asking the question? I didn't specify that, so he gets off on a technicality. Too bad, I want to see what he was so sheepish about. Hey, your turn now. This time Lake spins the bottle, which spins a few times and slowly stops, pointing to... Bjorn, nice. A question for me. If you could live anywhere you want, where would you move to? Oh, I'm good here, frankly. I don't see a reason to move anywhere. Oh, well, that's convenient for you. A bit boring. Really, though, if you could live anywhere. There are for sure places nicer than Norway. I never really thought about it. Oh, puzzling. Now Bjorn spins a bottle and it stops right at me. Arvo. Truth or dare? Let's go with the truth, I think. Oh, I've been wondering about this. What made you pick up photography? I'm not really sure myself when I first started buying a camera. I wasn't even that interested in it before I got my first camera. I think I liked the aesthetic of analog photography, and that's why I got one. In hindsight, I think I just chose whatever hobby seemed interesting to me and stuck with it. And it's time for me to spin the bottle, which stops on... Bjorn again. Oh, Bjorn. Truth or dare? A question, please. Be interested to know what he thinks of Arvo, but I think that's a bit too public for that. Let's just play it safe and see what his favourite food is. Yeah, that's a tough choice. I like chocolate, but that's more of an everyday thing. I would say it's ramen. It's hard to find a more flavourful dish. It's not easy to find a good one, but when you do, well, it scratches some deep itch. Bjorn grabs a bottle and spins it, and this time it stops on Travis. Oh, Travis, truth or dare? Maybe a question this time? What do you plan to do after you finish your studies? I don't think you've ever told me. Foremost, I want to move somewhere west. I'd like to meet the directors of my favourite games like Yoko Taro. Working film would be the dream made true for me. Really? But you're studying neuroscience, not game development. There are many different roles in game dev. I don't want to be limited in choice only to it. Maybe I could become a creative director and use the knowledge I got at the university to better create emotional responses in players. Most of the people in game dev I know finish studies unrelated to programming, like psychology or musical composition. Only their degrees, they introduce different skill sets and points of view to the team. I hope that goes well for you. Now Travis spins the bottle and it stops on Lake. Again. Truth, please. Truth, huh? Who was your first crush? Oh, I don't know, that must have been long ago. I sure you remember at least one, maybe from a movie? Lake, why are you taking off your t-shirt? I always have to take off an article of clothing, but a shirt barely counts. I think we agree that we're skipping the penalties. And even if not, I think we can all agree it's enough. All? You're off the hook. You can spin the bottle now. Oh, okay. Now Lake spins the bottle on the table and almost flies off the edge before stopping, pointing at Bjorn. I'm starting to think he might already be drunk. A question, please. Okay, how about... From all of us here, is there someone you'd like to sleep with? Well, I guess I'm losing the hoodie then. Okay, I think it's going out of pour. How about we do something else? We could switch to Never Have I Ever. It's so much friendlier fun. Well, this was fun. Maybe it's spicy, but it's bound to happen with this kind of game. I think I need a break, though. See you guys at supper? Oh, okay. Everything is fine, right? Yeah, don't worry about me. Oh, that sucks. I like having him around. Should I go after him? I kind of want to stay and see where this goes, but I want to keep Bjorn coming even more. So, we getting back to spin the bottle? How to go with Never Have Ever? No, everyone gets a turn in that game. I'll grab more beer first, though. I don't ruin your fun, but maybe it's enough for now. I'd say it's time for something stronger, personally. I feel like I should do something. Besides, I doubt I could have a good time here. I'm sitting wondering how Bjorn is doing. You know what? I'll go too. I need a breather. Oh, don't leave us. Sorry. You'll do just fine without me. 4 people is easy enough for a party game. I wait for the rest and follow after Bjorn. Bjorn left the door open. I knocked first before entering, though. Arvo? He's sitting on the bed, already without his hoodie. He's looking tired, as if this was the longest day of his life. Hey, how you feeling? Tired. You didn't feel like playing with them anymore? Not really. I'm not sure why, but I got an introspective mood all of a sudden. I get it. I had fun too, even if it got a bit too much at the end. But I think about my limit of social interactions for today. Oh, should I go too? Well, that's something else. I wouldn't want to sit in a group, but sitting alone wouldn't do me any good right now either. I was thinking of writing for a bit now, though, so I won't be the best company for a while. I don't mind that. But in that case, I'll go grab my laptop and work on my photos in the meantime. Well, sounds good. Laughs and enthusiastic voices seeped through the door I passed by. Don't encounter anyone else in the corridor. When I come back, Bjorn is ready sitting at the table, writing in his notebook. I get comfortable on the other bed, propping myself up against the wall and transfer my photos from today onto my laptop. Just a tad more saturation on the cyans. This one looks fine. I love working on photos. Capturing a scene is half of the success. The other is editing it to look like the scene in your head. That's one huge upside of digital photography. Flexibility. A rhythmical tapping of a bear's paw on the floor brings me back from the screen to reality. How's it going with the photos? Quite well. I'm pretty much done. The tapping doesn't cease. And how's writing? Awful. I just crossed out everything I wrote in the past half an hour. Tapping stops, the tension in Bjorn's voice remains. Oh, fuck it. I've got to relax. Would you mind? What do you think about Hooker? What do I think about Hooker? I don't know if I have an opinion at all. Did you ever try it? No. Do you want to? I guess. Anything I should know about it? There's tobacco inside, right? Not some opium or anything of sorts. Oh, just tobacco. Isn't it, harmful? Tobacco usually is. Of course it is. Like alcohol, which damages DNA, is a known carcinogen. But you still drink and smoke. Well, that's how people are. Self-destructive and short-sighted. I never cease to question my choices, yet I make them still. In fact, I remember reading that Hooker is worse than cigarettes because of the coals. But also much nicer all around, in effects and as an experience. The smoke gets cooled down as it travels through the pipe, and some of the heaviest substances are filtered by the water, so you can smoke a lot of that. I didn't know you smoke. I haven't seen you with a cigarette. Besides, almost nobody does now. Oh, I don't smoke often. I never touch cigarettes. Instead of uncleaning a hooker afterwards, it's so fiddly I rarely feel like it, so it minimises the risk of getting addicted to nicotine. And that's supposed to relax you. Well, it does, yeah. I look out of the window at the mountains stretching from the horizon far into the grey sky. Never done stuff like this, not even a cigarette behind the school in my teens. I trust Bjorn, and frankly, I am curious. Wait, are we even allowed to smoke here? Oh no, definitely. That's why I neutralised the smoke detector with aluminium foil. The smell should be gone by the morning if we leave the window open overnight, so don't worry about that either. Well, Arvo's kind of university, and it's expected to try different things when you're there, eh? Well, let's have him try some. I think I could try a bit. Okay, I'll set it up for us then. Bjorn fishes out a small shisha from behind the bed. I expected something bigger. This one is really tiny and compact. The next few minutes he sets it up, and indeed it turns out to be a lot of hassle. You even had to bring a blowtorch to light up the coals. After 10 minutes or so, the tobacco, cherry and mint scented, is in the bowl, water is in the hooker, the pipe is attached, and the coals are burning. All done. Bjorn seems to be happy with himself, admiring his work. He grabs the pipe and takes a full lungful of the smoke, which then pours out from his nose in a surprisingly small amount. I have to kindle the tobacco first. The only heat it gets is from the coals when we puff on the hooker. I nod and observe the process. Bjorn breathes in, coals burn bright red, smoke flows through the pipe and through the water as air bubbles. Next puff and Bjorn exhales a cloud of smoke 4 times as big as the previous one. Disperses in the air slowly, carrying a strong artificial scent of cherries. Now it's ready. Bjorn passes me the pipe and I eye the tapered tip suspiciously. So, how do I use this? I'll put the tip in your snout and inhale the smoke into your lungs, just as if you were breathing. The smoke is rather cool, so it shouldn't burn your throat. I nod and do as told, and immediately start coughing. Oh, everything okay? You said it wouldn't burn. Well, maybe a tiny bit, if you're not used to the sensation at all. Try again. Inhale slower and less forcefully. I should give the smoke more time to cool down too. I try again. This time I'm able to inhale a lungful of smoke. It tastes of mint mostly, numbing the inside of my snout. Then I exhale, the smoke tickling my nostrils as a whole cloud of it escapes from me. Wow, this looks cool. Yeah, that's half the fun. And the other half? The effects. Suddenly a wave of dizziness hits me with the force of a tsunami. I have to hold on to the bed so I don't fall back. Whoa. Well, these ones exactly. Really? I don't know if this is nice. It's not really unpleasant either, though. I already feel lightheaded, but at the same time my thoughts are clear. Still, this was just one puff so far. Maybe you should take it easy, though. You're rather lightweight, I bet. Compared to Bjorn, I sure am. I pass the pipe to Bjorn. He takes a big puff, then tilts his head upwards, letting the smoke spill over from his open snout. I really needed this. You're looking really uptight today. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, it's not my month. Things aren't going too well for me, and then there's this literary contest. I'd rather not think about it even. Right, sorry. I won't have another meltdown. Can you pass the pipe? Oh, sure. This really is nice. It feels satisfying to puff on something. Letting out clouds of smoke is fun too. Oh, I see you're liking it. I think I do. I had some good evenings and great conversations with it. It's mostly a social activity, or at least that's how I see it. A nice alternative to alcohol, though it also goes well with it. So, you do this often? Oh, definitely not. Mostly when I feel nostalgic. Bjorn takes the pipe back and puffs on the hooker some more, observing the smoke dispersing. Have you ever wondered how it would be to be a bird? You too. I think of this often. Be born into a world that's not yours. Do you think the world is ours? Undoubtedly. We share it with other forms of life, but we made it our own, for better or worse. That sounds like a big responsibility. We're getting better at acknowledging it. Our culture is progressing. We're starting to feel empathy towards our surroundings. Can you imagine in the beginnings of culture only adult males were seen as subjects and everything else was an object? An adult male could empathize with another adult male only. Then they started to consider women people too. Then they learned to empathize with children. Laws guaranteeing just and equal treatment were introduced. It took us a while to learn to empathize with the different sexualities, and now with people of different cultures. Now we're finally starting to grasp that other animals are living beings too. Learning to empathize is how a culture progresses. You can observe that by how many of us are abstaining from eating any meat now. I'm glad I was born now, not a few thousand years ago. Or even a few decades earlier would make a huge difference. We're living in fast-changing times. At least now, living as a bird, you wouldn't risk being shot for someone's leisure. I often wonder if birds understand the world around them isn't natural. It was built by us. Do you think they know that trains and cars and buses are our own creation, not something that always existed? If I was a bird, I don't think I'd have a reason to doubt that the cars were always here, or as natural as the trees that shade them. Another cloud of smoke. I make one too. They merge together into one big cloud, then disperse in the already clouded air. It's good to have you here. Hooker alone is nowhere near as fun. I'm happy to be here too, you know. You wouldn't prefer to be with your friends? You're my friend too. No, not right now. I'm having more fun here than I had back there. You know, you're the first person to come and visit me here without an explicit invitation. I feel like I always have to initiate everything myself. I'm not a person that anyone remembers about. I don't get invited to events. If I want to meet with anyone, I have to be the one to invite them. Do you know this feeling? Like the whole world's ignoring you, that nobody's ever thinking about you. You're always a second-rate friend. This sucks. As if I was never interesting enough, forgettable and replaceable. But not with you, somehow. So again, thank you for being here with me. Well, thanks. I didn't really do anything. I just like you, so I'm here. That's already a lot. I think we all feel that sometimes. These are just our feelings, though. Doesn't mean it really is like that. Our minds like to play tricks on us. Where did this sudden wave of emotions come from, though? Apart from this one meltdown earlier today, Bjorn seemed rather restrained in his emotions. We had some more serious talks, but I didn't think he's capable of bearing himself like that before me. Well, I'm feeling a bit light-headed after Hooker already. Everything seems soft and tingly. And frankly, I don't like how we filter ourselves sober. We stop ourselves from saying things we want to say because we're afraid. We're afraid of physical contact too. We're afraid of expressing our feelings. We calculate how emotional we can allow ourselves to be in a certain situation and keep ourselves restrained. I suppose it's sometimes necessary. This is why we don't live to the fullest and end up full of regrets and resentment. Do you want an apple? I'll have an apple with me. Sure, thanks. Bjorn splits the apple with his paws and passes me a half. Wow, that was neat. Oh, thanks. It's sweet, but also tart. Not perfect, but it's good. Hey, something was bothering me. Say, you're struggling with it so much and you don't even like it. Why are you still studying neuroscience? I want to talk about it now, that is. You mentioned you didn't have a choice, but you never told me what that was about. Oh, I thought you'd guess, actually. But maybe your experiences were vastly different than mine. My parents wanted me to. Simple as that. I live with them now and have no income on my own, so it's not like I had much choice. But if you didn't study, you'd have the time to find a regular job. Maybe. I owe it to them. Owe it to them? How? They did a lot for me. They sacrificed a lot for me too. They want me to study something that can provide me a good life because they care about me. You're right about this. I can't argue with it. But you don't want this, do you? I don't. But I still think it's the only sensible and good thing to do. I don't reply to that. The smoke in the room disperses the light, softening the shadows. Neither of us took a puff for some time now, so the coals turned all white from the ash. Bjorn doesn't look at me, playing with the hookah pipe idly. Great, I tanked the mood completely. He's quite cute. Despite being big and burly, he has very gentle features. I overlooked them before, but now when I don't feel weird looking straight at him, there's a tender charm behind those brown eyes of his. I'm indebted to them, more than you'd ever guess. If this is what it takes to make them happy, I'll be glad to do it. Tell me, what does writing mean to you? Yeah, that's a broad question. What do you like in it? It's obviously it's important for you, but you sure take some pleasure from it too. Oh, I do. I never really thought about it. I don't think I need a solid reason to enjoy something. I like coming up with worlds and characters, though. And there are no rules in writing. I can do whatever I want with my world. Whatever I want to happen can happen there. And the characters, even though they're my own creation, have their own lives, become their own people. Or I can sit and chat with them, or imagine how they react in different situations. Once you let go of inhibitions and stop thinking of your inadequacies, comparing your work to those of others, it's pure fun. That applies to all art, I think. Photography as well. Oh, that's likely. Writing is what I know, though. Maybe one day I could get into photography too, once I save enough for a camera. Hopefully, I could link you to some nice guides then. Great, I'll know who to ask if I ever need some help with this. I'm far from being an expert in the matter, sadly. How did you start? I mean, every hobby starts with some impulse. What was yours? You know, this reminds me of them. Just the two of us sitting smoking hookah, talking our evening away. We did that many times, usually with a few beers too. We could talk until morning. Each next conversation seemed to go deeper than the previous one. The happiest I was with them. Some friend of yours? Yeah, a beautiful person. So I wrote about them, and that's how I started. Were they fine with you writing about them? I think I'd feel weird if a friend of mine included me in their stories. I couldn't help but compare their version of me to myself. This disconnection between the real me and the fictional me would feel extremely weird, now that I think about it. I didn't complain. What happened to them? Arvo, are you there? Yes, why can't I see you? Well, I think we just lost power. Hold on, just let me... Bjorn turns on his laptop, illuminating the room with an almost clinically cold glow. I hope this passes quickly. The battery of my laptop is a flop. It's going to last us maybe 2 hours or so. I bet the guest house has some power generators. They'll kick in shortly anyway. We should go out and check what's going on. Yeah, power outages happen. Can't be anything serious, otherwise we'd hear an alarm already. We sit on the bed, pressed up against each other. I never tell that to Bjorn, but power outages make me feel slightly uneasy, especially when they happen in places I'm not too familiar with. The faint blue glow of the moon fills the room like water, as if we're on the bottom of the ocean. The air feels stuffy and suffocating despite the open window. Chorus of muffled voices sound through the walls, but I can't pick out any words. Have another film to watch? Maybe. Just please, something lighter than yesterday. I couldn't take another film like that 2 nights in a row. Sure. Well, I should have something. I'll keep the hookah going. There's still some tobacco left in it. Bjorn starts browsing his folder while I lean back against the wall. Should I ask him again about his friend? He seems hesitant to answer, and I'd swear he's thankful for the power outage, so maybe it's a topic better left for another occasion. Okay, I found something. Does Fallen Angels sound familiar? Nope, never heard of it. A spiritual sequel to a film I liked a lot. They should be much lighter than the anime yesterday. What is it about? Oh, I don't know. The first one was about two policemen and the women they meet along the way. Everything's set in Hong Kong. Hong Kong? Don't think I've ever seen a film from there. Hope I'm in for a wild ride. Oh, by the way, how about I turn off the light, so it doesn't blind us when the power is back? A good idea, yeah. I don't think we're going anywhere anyway, right? I wasn't planning to. Bjorn gets her to turn off the light, starts the film and returns to the bed, sitting down next to me. We stare at that together as the opening credits roll. Wow. This is really slow-paced, like extremely so. And Bjorn, it doesn't look like anything's going to start happening in this film. Bjorn has a really weird taste in cinematography. I have to remember not to trust it ever again. Arvo. This thing's an absolute bore, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry, the prequel is definitely faster paced. How far are we even? Oh, it's 1/4 of the whole thing. Oh. So, what we do? Finish it? You know, I keep thinking we forgot about something. About what? I don't know, but it was something very important. Like a matter of life and death. What could be that important? I can't think of anything at all. Oh, fuck, Arvo, I know. Supper! We forgot about supper. That was the big thing? Do you think the power is back? Oh, definitely. We're still alive and no one is screaming or trying to reach us here. I take one last puff of hooker and try to get up. Immediately I get dizzy and fall back onto the bed. Hercules. Ah, yeah, that can happen. Good thing you didn't faint. That happens too. Faint? Now you're telling me that? It doesn't happen too often, though. Anyway, how about you stay here and I'll bring you the food? That sounds fine. I think I'll even be able to get to the cafeteria now. My head hurts too. I think it started some time ago already, but I mostly ignored it. Now it's getting worse, though. And something to drink, maybe? Sure, I'll be back in a minute. Thanks, I owe you. Maybe we should leave the hooker in peace for now. I stand up again with a groan, hold on to the table, and this time I manage not to fall. A glass of water would be nice, though. My head is killing me. Bjorn should be back in a few minutes, though. I can wait this long. I glance at the notebook screen, all filled with a still frame from the film. A coyote lady wearing a red dress leaning on the jukebox, all lit up with a multitude of colours reflecting their dark sunglasses like an artificial rainbow. Even the film didn't grab me yet, I have to admit it is gorgeous. I feel funny, almost if I was light as a feather. If not for the headache, I could say I feel fantastic. Should I try to read something more about Hooker? I don't really want to start any research on my phone because it's old, slow, and just inconvenient to use. I have Bjorn's laptop in front of me. He didn't tell me I could use it though, and I don't know what I could find if I minimise the player. Let's leave it alone. I don't really feel like I should, so I don't. Instead I take out my phone and browse my feed on Glimmer, looking through people's photography for inspiration. Could likely take some nice pictures here with the smoke. Definitely don't feel like going to my room for the camera though. Not a minute later, Bjorn comes back. Hey, I got our food. He turns on the light with his elbow and then puts our plates and bottles of water down on the table. We got a fruit tart today again. Nice. Yeah, the apple pie yesterday was delicious. Yeah, this is looking no worse. He's smiling wide and sincerely. His mood really has gotten much better and it makes me happy too. It's nice seeing your friends smile. We both sit down on the bed to eat. Nicotine reduced my appetite, so I barely finished my sandwiches. But as soon as I put my paws in the water bottle, I drink the whole content in a few big gulps. How are you feeling? Good, I think. Though maybe it's a bit too much hooker at once, especially my first session ever. Oh, it's hard to put it down once you start, yeah. Oh, did you ask anyone about the power outage? Oh, I forgot about it completely. The power is back though, so I don't think it matters. I'm tired. It's been a long day, and getting to the bed and watching something is all I can think of now. Indeed, from the lectures in the morning to the evening party, a lot has happened today already. Do you want some snacks for the film? I'm full after the supper, thanks. Bjorn nods and walks away to turn off the light. Bjorn resumes the film. We hop back onto the bed. My back hurts a bit from leaning against the hard wall, so this time I rest my head on Bjorn's sturdy shoulder as if it were a giant pillow. He's warmer than I expected. Even from beneath his t-shirt and that thick pelt he's radiating warmth. Soon I start sweating in my clothes, despite the open window. Arvo. Yeah? It's really warm, isn't it? Quite, yeah. I can move away if that bothers you. Oh, you don't. I'm starting to sweat a bit. It'd be more comfortable if we took off our clothes and got into the duvet. Sitting on the bed in usual day clothes feels weird anyway. Kinda does. Still, I never imagined he'd suggest that. Fine with me. Don't think you'd suppose the Finn would be uncomfortable if it showed a bit more of his fur. Like I haven't seen him in only underwear either. Always better to ask. We get up and undress in silence, take off my t-shirt and trousers, opting to keep the socks on. The cold air that rushes through the open window brushes through my fur, sending shivers up my spine and making the fur on my shoulders and arms stand, so I look twice as fluffy as usual. Ready? Yeah. We get into the bed together again, covering our legs and paws with the duvet, pressing our sides together for warmth. Without a t-shirt, Bjorn feels even warmer. From beneath that thick pelt, he's radiating warmth, making me want to cuddle up to him. I stop short of that, though. Don't want to make things awkward between us. The fur on our forearms mingle, and suddenly I can feel the taste of the apple Bjorn shared with me again. Bjorn? Hey, Bjorn. The film has ended already. Bjorn raises his heavy head an inch from my shoulder, looking in the direction of the screen. I'm not sure if he actually sees anything, balanced on the delicate line between sleep and wakefulness. The film is over. Oh, good. Right, sleep. I think it had enough. Bjorn's head limply falls on my shoulder again, a thin line of slobber spilling from his lips and connecting with my arm. Kinda gross, but somehow I don't mind as I would if it would be someone else. Some weird instinct makes me want to raise my paw, put it on the bear's head, and pet him gently in a gesture of friendly affection. I stop myself. It really looks cute. And right now, utter defenselessness, which somehow adds to the charm only. Who is he for me, really? We were by chance yesterday, and now in his room, in his bed, both of us half naked with him sleeping, leaning on me. Nothing connects us than the apple Bjorn shared with me. Yet I'm here with him and I don't really want to leave. I think I admire him. I'm happy that someone like him even wants to be my friend. The more I get to know about him, the more extraordinary he seems. Which is weird considering I saw him as just a grey, helpful but humdrum guy when I first saw him. Careful not to wake him up, I slowly move myself to the left so that Bjorn slides off me and rests on the bed. Then, still as delicately as I can, I lay down next to him and drape the duvet over under both of us. Bjorn still radiates heat like a furnace. Even though he no longer leans on me, I can feel it warming me up. I'd like to do something nice for him. I think he deserves it. Something that would make him happy. I want to make him happy, to thank him for the time he spent with me. And to see him smile. It's always nice seeing your friends smile. Bjorn. And that was the latest from Dawn Chorus. I hope you enjoyed that one. In the week we are going to be returning to Tennis Ace and catching up with Hector and Shuichi there. And then we'll be carrying on with something else on the weekend, which I can't remember offhand and I don't have my schedule to hand. So there'll definitely be a midweek video and then one next weekend as well. And always before I wrap up, I want to say thank you to all my donors on Patreon and Ko-fi. It does help a lot. And say if you can't afford to do a monthly Patreon thing, if you want to do something on Ko-fi, that's quite alright with me. And if you can't do anything but watch the videos, that's fine. I don't worry about that. As long as you're enjoying them, liking them, that's good with me. And as always, to mention my top patrons: Monole, Evan King, Marcus, Cindy Dragowolf, Kopi, Spiderling, Grizz, Dissonance, Anubis Silverwind, Ida Corval, Tiger Cub, Gunnar Muller, Brian Hall, Bastian, Lark Huskerton, Besuksu, Cobras Vissa, Kartek, and Burnt Toast. All the details in the description. There should be a Patreon link for Dawn Chorus as well if you'd like to help them out with some cash, because VN development isn't all that cheap. But thanks for watching. Until next time, bye for now.